हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल अननोन आईआईटियंस। आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं क्वालिफायर की PYQs को। आज तक हमने सिर्फ वो थ्योरी को देखा था वीक 1 से वीक 4 तक। अब हम PYQs को सॉल्व कर रहे हैं, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू स्कोर गुड मार्क्स। ओके, ये तो हमारी बेसिक इंस्ट्रक्शंस था, या इग्नोर करते हैं। अब देखो हमारी पहली सवाल को, P of x इज इक्वल टू एक्स क्यूब माइनस 3x² प्लस 100x माइनस 1, और Q ऑफ x क्या है, एक्स क्यूब प्लस एक्स प्लस 5। ओके, अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट। अब देखो हमारी पहली ऑप्शन को, P ऑफ x प्लस Q ऑफ x क्या बन जाता है, 2x³ माइनस 3x² प्लस 101x प्लस 4 बन जाता है। ठीक है, अब हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था, द एंड बिहेवियर ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द लीडिंग टर्म। यहाँ पर देखो हमारी लीडिंग टर्म 2x³ है, 2x³। अब देखो कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ दिस लीडिंग टर्म ये ग्रेटर दैन 0 पॉजिटिव है, और ये डिग्री ऑड है। हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था, अगर हमारी कोएफिशिएंट पॉजिटिव और डिग्री ऑड होते तो if x tends to minus infinity, f of x also should tend to minus infinity. That means ये p of x plus q of x should tend to minus infinity. लेकिन यहाँ पर हमको प्लस इन्फिनिटी दिया है, तो ये ऑप्शन गलत है। और दूसरी ऑप्शन को देखो, p of x माइनस q of x, ये क्या बन जाता है, माइनस 3x² प्लस 99x माइनस 6 बन जाते हैं। अगेन द सेम स्टोरी, दिस इज द लीडिंग टर्म माइनस 3x², सेम, ये कोएफिशिएंट हमारी नेगेटिव कोएफिशिएंट है और हमारी डिग्री इवन है। हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था, अगर हमारी डिग्री इवन और हमारे कोएफिशिएंट नेगेटिव होते तो if x tends to infinity, f of x should tend to minus infinity. That means p of x minus q of x should tend to minus infinity. ये ऑप्शन सही है। अब देखो 5 इंटू p of x, ये क्या बन जाता है, 5x³ माइनस 15x² प्लस 500x माइनस 5। सही है या। अब देखो ये हमारी लीडिंग टर्म है 5x³, कोएफिशिएंट पॉजिटिव है और हमारी डिग्री ऑड। ऑप्शन में क्या दिया है, x टेंड्स टू माइनस इन्फिनिटी, x टेंडिंग टू माइनस इन्फिनिटी। हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था, अगर हमारी डिग्री ऑड और कोएफिशिएंट पॉजिटिव होते तो इफ x टेंड्स टू माइनस इन्फिनिटी, f ऑफ x शुड टेंड टू माइनस इन्फिनिटी। लेकिन ऑप्शन में क्या दिया है, पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी, तो ये ऑप्शन गलत है। और अगर लास्ट ऑप्शन को देखते तो 1/2 इंटू क्यू ऑफ एक्स दिया, 1/2 इंटू क्यू ऑफ एक्स क्या बन जाते हैं, x³ प्लस x/2 प्लस 5/2। ठीक है, अब देखो हमारी लीडिंग टर्म x³/2 है, x³ हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, और ये पॉजिटिव है और ये ऑड है। अगेन द सेम स्टोरी, ऑप्शन में क्या दिया है, x टेंड्स टू माइनस इन्फिनिटी, x tends to minus infinity, that means f of x should also tend to minus infinity। लेकिन ऑप्शन में हमको क्या दिया है, पॉजिटिव इन्फिनिटी, तो ये ऑप्शन भी गलत है। सो द सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट। ओके, दूसरे क्वेश्चन, हमारी सेकेंड क्वेश्चन क्या है, एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन दिया हमको x³ प्लस 4x प्लस 1, और इस क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस का रूट्स है अल्फ़ा और बीटा। ओके, अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, द इक्वेशंस ऑफ हुज रूट्स आर अल्फा स्क्वायर एंड बीटा स्क्वायर. ठीक है, अब देखो हम जनरल फॉर्म लिखते ए एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी. अब now let's compare these two. A equal to 1, B is equal to 4, C is equal to 1. हमको पता है sum of roots क्या होता है माइनस बी बाई ए एंड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स क्या होता है सी बाई ए. ठीक है, अब कंपेयर करो. सम ऑफ रूट्स मीन्स अल्फा प्लस बीटा. Here b is minus 4, so minus 4 by 1. This is equation 1. और alpha beta that is product of roots c by a that is 1. ठीक है, ये दोनों यहाँ पर हमको 2 इक्वेशंस मिला. अब क्या फाइंड आउट करना है द इक्वेशन हुज रूट्स आर अल्फा स्क्वायर एंड बीटा स्क्वायर. ओके, हमको क्या पता है अल्फा प्लस बीटा इज इक्वल टू -4 and alpha beta is equal to 1. Okay, so if we square this equation, alpha beta whole square that is 1 square. That means alpha square into beta square is 1. अब हमको product of roots. Okay, एक रूट है अल्फा स्क्वायर और दूसरे रूट बीटा स्क्वायर. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स मिला. अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर. वो कैसे करते हैं यहाँ पर देखो अल्फा प्लस बीटा इक्वल टू -4. नाउ स्क्वेयरिंग ऑन बोथ साइड्स विल गिव यू अल्फा प्लस बीटा होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू -4 स्क्वायर. दैट मीन्स अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर प्लस 2 अल्फा बीटा, ये 16 बन जाता है. तो अल्फ़ा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर, हमको अल्फ़ा बीटा पहले से अल्फ़ा इंटू बीटा पता है वो 1 है, प्लस 2 इंटू 1 दैट इज़ 16. सो अल्फ़ा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर 14. हमको पता है अल्फ़ा स्क्वायर इंटू बीटा स्क्वायर और अल्फ़ा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर. पहले हमने डिस्कस किया था प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स इज सी बाई ए एंड सम ऑफ रूट्स इज बी बाई ए. अब ऑप्शंस को चेक करते हैं. सॉरी, इट्स माइनस बी बाई ए माइनस. अब ऑप्शंस को चेक किया तो यहाँ फर्स्ट ऑप्शन में देखो माइनस बी बाई ए इज़ 14 बाई 1 एंड सी बाई ए इज़ 1 बाई 1. सो वी गॉट द सेम. दैट मीन्स ये हमारी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है. ये ऑप्शन सही है. ठीक है, अब हम थर्ड क्वेश्चन को देखते हैं. थर्ड क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया, टोटल 500 स्टूडेंट्स. इन दैट 285 took mathematics, 195 took statistics, 115 took English, and 70 took maths and statistics, 45 took mathematics and English. 50 took statistics and English, and 10 students took all the 3. अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु टुक नन ऑफ दीज सब्जेक्ट्स. ओके, वी कैन सॉल्व दिस बाय द Venn diagram. See the Venn diagram. This okay, this is maths, this is statistics, and this is English. ठीक है, total we are having 500 students. 285 students took mathematics. ठीक है, this means this whole circle is the students who took the subject mathematics, right? हमको दिया है 10 students took all the 3 subjects. See, this is the portion that represents the students who took all the 3 subjects. So this is 10. ठीक है, और this is the portion which represents the students who took only maths and statistics. Okay, we are given that totally maths and statistics is taken by 70 students. Okay, 70 students took maths and statistics. See, here we have two possibilities. The students who took maths and statistics can take English or they may not take English. See, here they given 10 students took maths, statistics and English. That means 70 minus 10. There are 60 students who took only maths and statistics but not English. That means this is 60. Same here, let me talk about maths and English. Totally 45 students took maths and English. Maths and English is taken by 45 students. Again the same. Here the student can take statistics or may not take the statistics. Here we are given that 10 students will take all the three. That means, let me erase this. Yeah. That means 45 minus 10 students, that is 35 students took only maths and English. This portion will give you the students who took only maths and English, that is 35. Similarly, statistics and English. How many of them took statistics and English? 50 students, right? Totally 50 students. अब देखो, statistics and English same. We have two possibilities. They may take maths or may not take maths. The students who took maths along with statistics and English are 10. So the students who took only statistics and English are 50 minus 10, that is 40. Okay. This portion is the students who took only statistics and English but not maths. This is 40. Okay. Let me erase this. That will give you a clear picture. Okay. Now, what else we have to find out? See here, we are given totally 285 students took maths. That means this whole circle will represent 285. Then what will this portion represent? The green shaded portion will represent the students who took only maths but not statistics and English. Okay, not statistics and not English, only maths. How do we find that? Simple. We are given that totally the students who took maths are 285. So 285 minus 60, 10 and 35 will give you the students who took only maths, that is 180. And similarly, this portion is the students who took only statistics but not maths and English. Similarly, see how many students took statistics? Totally 195 students, right? 195 minus 60, 10 and 40, that is 85 students. Okay. Similarly, this part will represent the students who took only English but not maths and statistics. How many students took English? 115. Total 115 students took. So subtracting 35, 10 and 40, 50, that is 85. That means only 30 students took only English. Okay. So now adding all this 180 plus 85 plus 30 plus 60 plus 40 plus 10 plus 35. This will give you a sum 440. So what will this 440 represent? ये represent करता है the students who took at least one subject. ठीक है, ये number of students है who took at least one subject. अब हम क्या find out करना है? The students who took none of the three subjects. That means total 500 students. Total 500 students minus 440, that is 60. देखो total 500 students है और 440 स्टूडेंट्स टुक एटलीस्ट वन, 60 स्टूडेंट्स टुक नन ऑफ द 3 सब्जेक्ट्स. ठीक है, ये सब हम वो क्वाड्रेटिक नहीं, वो सेट फॉर्मूला है ना, उसके यूज़ कर, you can use them and also solve, but this is a very good method. If you use the Venn diagram, you'll get very accurate answer. Okay, you can avoid the confusion. ठीक है, अब देखो, this is our next question. This is a comprehension. P of x is minus x plus 4 power 8, x minus 4 cube, x plus 12 power 5. ठीक है, अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है, द डिग्री ऑफ पी ऑफ एक्स. ओके, हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था, डिग्री इज द हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ द वेरिएबल इन गिवन पॉलिनोमियल इक्वेशन. ठीक है, यहाँ पर देखो, in this term x plus 4 power 8, the maximum power will be x power 8 into here, that will be x power 3, and here that will be x power 5. So ये total में x power 16 बन जाते, क्योंकि we'll add this powers when we multiply x's. That means this will be x power 8 plus 3 plus 5, that is x power 16. सो हमारी डिग्री 16 है. ठीक है, अब द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, व्हाट आर द नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स. देखो हमारी इक्वेशन क्या है, एक माइनस एक्स प्लस 4 पावर 8, एक्स माइनस 4 पावर 3, एक्स प्लस 12 पावर 5. ठीक है, अब देखो, we know, see this, the roots are minus 4, 4 and 12. Okay, minus 4 multiplicity is 8, that is even, and plus 4 का multiplicity 3 है, वो odd multiplicity है, और minus 12 का multiplicity 5 है, वो भी odd है. अब हमको पहले पता है, the root with even multiplicity will not be a turning point. ठीक है, ये पॉइंट हमको याद रखना है. दिस इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. ओके, हमको और एक पॉइंट भी पता है, इफ़ द डिग्री ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल इज n, द मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल टर्निंग पॉइंट्स आर n-1. हियर यहाँ पर देखो, डिग्री 16 है, तो मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल पॉइंट्स आर 15. That means we have to verify whether there are any other possibilities or not. कैसे कर सकते? देखो, p dash of x differentiating this quadratic equation will give you minus 7 x minus 4 cube, x plus 12 5 minus x, let me write it here. Okay, minus x plus 4 power 8 into 3 into x minus 4 square into x plus 12 5 minus x plus 4 into power 8 into x minus 4 cube into 5 into x plus 12 whole power 7. अब देखो, ये इक्वेशन इक्वल टू 0 will give you the critical points. Solving this equation will give you the critical point, will give you an extra critical point apart from this 4 and minus 12. वो भी हमारी एक turning point है. So we have total 3 turning points. Okay, total 3 turning points. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो, ये क्या है. Suppose A is a set of even positive integers that are less than or equal to 20. Okay. ये सेट क्या है, 2, 4, 6 and so on up to 20. अब B को देखो, the set of positive integers less than or equal to 20 which are divisible by 6. Divisible by 6 मतलब मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 6, 6, 12 एंड 18. ओके, अब देखो हमारी R1 एंड R2 को वो क्या बन जाते हैं. R1 is a relation for A and B such that A belongs to set A, B belongs to set B. और रिलेशन क्या है? A is a factor of B. और R2 को देखो वो क्या है? सेम, it's a relation for A and B such that A belongs to set A, B belongs to set B, and A plus B divide the remainder when we divide this sum by 10, the remainder must be 0. ये हमारी दो रिलेशंस है. ठीक है, let's write the set of R1 and R2. That will give us more clarity. देखो R1 set is 2, 6, 3, 6, 2, 12, 3, 12, 4, 12 and 6, 12. अगर और अदर एलिमेंट क्या है? 18, 2, 18, 3, 18. सॉरी, एक मिनट रुको. ये 3 नहीं बन सकते क्योंकि 3 एलिमेंट नहीं है, 3 इवन नंबर नहीं है, 3 नहीं होता. ओके, लेट मी रब दिस. थ्री हमारी एलिमेंट नहीं है. यहाँ पर हमने नहीं लिखा ना. देखो, अब देखो 2, 6, 6, 6. 6 is also a factor of 6. Remember, 6 is also a factor of 6. A number itself is a factor of that number. और 2, 12, 4, 12, 6, 12, 2, 18, 6, 18, 18, 18. सॉरी, I forgot 12, 12. ठीक है, ये हमारी R1 है. 2, 6, 2, 4, 6. These are elements of set A. 6, 12 and 18 are elements of set B. And R2 क्या बन जाता है? 2, 18, 4, sorry, not possible, sorry. 8, 12, 2, 18, 8, 12, and 4, 6. I forgot 4, 6 and 14, 6. ओके, ये हमारी R1 एंड R2 है. अब देखो हम क्या फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं. द कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ R1 इंटरसेक्शन R2. ओके, वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट. लेट मी यूज अनदर कलर. R1 इंटरसेक्शन R2. अब देखो, we have to find out the common element in both the sets. What is the common element? 2, 18. That is the only common element we have in these two. So the cardinality of the set R1 intersection R2 is 1. ठीक है. Next, the next question. यहाँ देखो, the cardinality of set R1. ये क्या बन जाता है? यहाँ पर देखो R1 क्या है? कार्डिनलिटी का मतलब है नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. देखो, टोटली वी हैव 9 एलिमेंट्स इन द सेट R1. मतलब कार्डिनलिटी कार्डिनलिटी का मतलब क्या है? नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. ठीक है, हमको टोटल में 9 एलिमेंट्स है. दैट मीन्स द कार्डिनलिटी इज 9. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, ये सवाल बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है एंड ट्रिकी. Okay, you have to be very careful while answering these kind of questions, because if you miss one term also, then the answer may change. Okay, this is an important question. These are also the most frequently asked questions from the chapter sets and relations. ठीक है, देखो, R1 is transitive. So you have to find out the correct statements. First statement is R1 is transitive or not. See, what is the meaning of transitive? For suppose if A comma B is an element and B comma C is also an element, then A comma C must be an element. Okay, this is what the basic transitive means. This is transitive, the meaning of the transitive. Let's check whether R1 is transitive or not. देखो, we have, these are the elements. See, here 2 comma 6 is an element. Okay, 2 comma 6 is an element, and 6 comma 12 is also an element. देखो, and we have 2 comma 12 also. Okay, this is satisfied. And here देखो, we have 6 comma 6, we have 6 comma 12. That means we are having 6 comma 12 also. That is also a transitive element. And देखो, okay, 2 comma 6 is there and 6 comma 18 is also there. We have 2 comma 18 also. This is how you have to check. See the transitive condition is getting satisfied. So this is the correct answer. Next, R2. Let's check for R2. यहाँ देखो, you have 2 comma 18. See, यहाँ पर, okay, this can be written as, see, we have no such element. There is no such element. That means this is not a transitive. There is no such element satisfying the transitive condition. So this is wrong. And R2 is not symmetric. Okay. Symmetric का मतलब क्या है? Symmetric का मतलब है if A comma B is an element, B comma A must be an element. ठीक है? This is the condition for symmetric. Let's check for R2. देखो, यहाँ पे R2 देखो, you have 2 comma 18, but there is no 18 comma 2. We have 8 comma 12, but there is no 12 comma 8. We have 4 comma 6, but there is no 6 comma 4. Okay, that means R2 is not symmetric. So this answer is correct. अब देखो, 2 comma 18 is an element of R2. देखो, let's go for R2 again. See, we find that 2 comma 18 is an element. So that answer is correct. ठीक है? This is also correct. So option 1, 3 and 4 are correct. देखो, when you are given to find whether the relation is transitive, symmetric, reflexive or equivalent, you have to be very careful. Okay, if you miss the one element also, any one element also, your answer may be wrong. You have to be very careful. You have to consider all possibilities. ठीक है? These are the next question is, देखो, Radhika has been tracking her monthly expenses and the corresponding number of outcomes she has with friends. Here is the table with 2 rows. This is the table. representing the amount spent on her entertainment and the corresponding number of outings. Let's consider y to be the amount spent and x to be the corresponding number of outings. She fitted the best line to her data and obtained the equation y is equal to 4x plus 5. What is the sum of squared errors? Okay, we have discussed the formula for sum of squared errors. Okay, actual value minus the equation answer obtained from this equation whole square. So the sum of all these will give you sum of squared errors. ठीक है, यहाँ पर देखो, firstly for number of outings x is equal to 5. What will be this value? Y is equal to 4 into 5 plus 5, that is 25. But we are given 37, that means 37 minus 25 whole square plus, and next for x is equal to 7, what will the y be? 4 into 7 plus 5, that is 28 plus 5, that means this is 33. 44 minus 33 whole square. Similarly, when the x is 9, y is 4 into 9 plus 5, that is 41. But here we have 53, that means 53 minus 41 whole square. And for 8 we have 50. For x is equal to 8, we get 4 into 8 plus 5, that is 32 plus 5, that is 37. But we are given 50, that means 50 minus 37 whole square. And we have x is equal to 10. The same story, 4 into 10 plus 5, that is 45. Here we are given 57. 57 minus 45 whole square. Again x is equal to 12. We are given 64 here. X is equal to 12. Y is 4 into 12 plus 5, that is 48 plus 5, 53. We are given 64 minus 53 whole square. So the sum of all these terms, this is square, this term, and this term, all these terms sum will give you the, and square root for this will give you the answer. Okay, next question देखो. A retail shopkeeper is interested in purchasing clothes from a wholesale supplier. The price per clothing item is 1800. The price per clothing an item is 1800. If the purchase quantity is 150 items or less, okay, this is for the number of items is 150 or less than 150. However, if the shopkeeper buys more than 150 items, the cost per clothing item decreases by 10 for each item exceeding the initial 150. That means, for instance, if the shopkeeper acquires 160 items, the cost per clothing would be 1800 minus 10 into 160 minus 150. Okay, that means here if the limit the number of shirts is greater than 150. For example, if it is 151, it will be 1800 minus 160, sorry, 151 minus 150 into 10. That means for each shirt there will be 10 rupees decrease. Okay? Let x represent the number of items he buys. Determine the x such that the amount paid by the retailer is maximum. Okay? Let the number determine the value of x such that let x represent the number of items he buys. Okay, this is what we have to find. We have to find the maximum cost. Okay, so now let's write the generalized equation. So let's say he bought some X shirts that are greater than 150. So what will be the cost be? That will be 1800 minus 10 into X minus 150. Am I correct? So this is the generalized equation. Now let's solve it further. 1800 minus 10 into X minus 150. Sorry, it's not 160, it's 150. Okay, 1800 minus 10x minus 15 plus 1500, that is 3300 minus 10x. ये हमारी cost है. This is for one shirt. Okay, sorry, this is for one item. Here we are buying X items, so the cost for X items क्या बन जाते हैं? X into 3300 minus 10x. That means 3300x minus x 10x स्क्वायर बन जाता है. ठीक है, अब हम ये वैल्यू को मैक्सिमाइज करना है. We have to find out the value of x for which this equation will be maximum. So let's differentiate this. 3300x minus 20x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 3300 by 20. X is 165. Okay, that means we have to buy 165 items for the price to be maximum. Okay, totally 165 items. ठीक है, next question देखो. We are given a set January, February, March, April and May. This be a set of months in a particular year. Okay, here we are given relation 1, February, March. Okay, and R2 is January, February, March, April, May. ठीक है. From the below list of given terms, find out the best possible options for the given sub-questions. These are the options. So what are the sub-questions? Let's see the first sub-question. R1 is, enter all the options, enter only serial numbers. Okay, so that means we have to write like this. If second option is correct, 2, then fourth option and then fifth option. This is how we have to type the answer. Be careful, read in proper instructions in these kind of questions. Sometimes they may ask sum, sometimes they may ask the product also. Okay, be very careful. Okay, let's see the first one. Relation 1. देखो, relation 1 is reflexive. ये गलत है क्योंकि there is no term April, April. ये term R1 में नहीं है. That means this is not a reflexive term. So for R1 there is no, so for R1 option 1 is correct. Not correct. Symmetric relation. देखो here March April is there, April March is also there, and March Feb. So if you reverse it also you'll get the same thing. That means symmetric relation. So first, second option is correct. Next, transitive relation. देखो March April is there, April is there, again March is there, but so we are having March and March, but for February there is no such thing. So this is not a transitive relation. Not an equivalence relation is correct, because for a relation to be equivalent relation, that must be reflexive, symmetric, as well as transitive. So this is wrong. Not a function. So this is not a function also. So 2, 4, 5 is correct. Next one, R2. What is R2? Let us write R2 here. January, Feb, March, April, May. January, Feb, March, April, May. Okay, this is the R2. See, first this is reflexive. See, first option is reflexive. So this relation is reflexive because we are having A comma A, B comma A, B comma B, C comma C, all this. So this is reflexive, and it is symmetric as well, because if we reverse all these terms also, we'll get January, February. So these are also elements. So this is reflexive. And coming to transitive. देखो, transitive. Here let's see. Just a minute. Yeah. I'm sorry, in the previous example, let's go back once to the previous one. Here I told this is not transitive because Feb and Feb is not satisfying, but that is not the correct thing. देखो, if we consider March and April, and April, March and March should be an element. Similarly, if we consider the reverse, April, March and March, April and April should be an element. But here there is no element called April and April in R1. That is why this is not an transitive relation. Okay, you have to check in the either ways. अब देखो यहाँ पर all these are reflexive elements, so this will not affect the transitivity. So the relation is transitive also. Okay, and now let's see for a function. Let's check whether these are function or not. See, for a relation to be function, what are the required things? Every element must have, see, for example, an element in set A should be mapped to an unique element in set B. Okay, for example, if we take 1, 2, 1, 3 and 3, 4. Let's see. See, here this is not a function because one is mapping to 2 and one is also mapping to 3. This should not happen. Okay, this is the condition for a relation to be function. देखो here, January is having unique element, February is mapping to a unique one, March is mapping to a unique one, April is mapping to a unique one. So this is a function. So that means option 5. What is option 5? It's not a function is wrong. See, in this relation R1, see here, yeah, March is mapping to April, March is also mapping to March. That's why this is not a function. Okay, and the sixth one is, it is an injective function. Yes, it is an injective function because it is having a unique element. That means January. See, don't get confused here. Here one is mapping to 2 and one is mapping to 3. This is not satisfied for our relation to be function. That means if this is like this, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, yeah, then this is correct. This is a function. But for a function to be one function, let me give you an example, you can understand better. See, if the function is like this, okay, here see, 1 is mapping to 2, 2 is mapping to 1, and 3 is mapping to 1. Here 1, 2 and 3 are mapping to only one element itself, but 2 and 3 are mapping to only same number 1. So this should not happen for an 1 function. Every element should map to a unique element. See, here this is satisfying because January is mapping to January, Feb is Feb, March, April and April. So this is correct. And the seventh one, that is onto surjective. That means every element in the codomain must have an element in the domain. See, here that is also getting satisfied. January, this is the set. Okay, every element in this is the, see here, this is itself the domain and codomain. This is itself the domain and codomain. See, for every element in the codomain, there is an element in the domain. For this, see, January is having an element, Feb is having an element, March is having an element, April having an element, May is also having an element. So this is a surjective function as well. Okay, this is how you have to verify. Next, let's go to the next question. This is also the sub question for that. Find out the cardinality of the set S into S by R2. Okay, this is what you have to find out. See, here what does this represent? This will represent the elements which are present in the set S cross S but not in R2. Okay, the elements must be in S comma S but not in R2. That means you have to subtract the elements of R2 from this whole set S comma S. Okay, let's see what is the cardinality of S comma S. We have totally, how many elements we have in total? See, this is S, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have totally 5 elements, and let's check how many elements are there in R2. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, see, here the cardinality of this set S into S will be number of elements in set S, okay, square of number of elements in set S, that is 25, and number of elements in R2 is 5. So this will represent number of elements in S into S minus number of elements in R2, that is 25 minus 5, that is 20. Okay, don't get confused here. This n and this n is different. Okay, let me write in other notation. Let this be some m into m square. M is number of elements in set. Okay, this is how you have to find out. Okay, now let's discuss the next question. Okay, देखो यहाँ पर क्या given है. Assume that ball was thrown from a point 0, 4 on the xy plane as shown in the figure. Okay, point 0, 4 मतलब t equal to 0, h of t is equal to 4. That means 0 is equal to, sorry, it's not 0, this is 4 is equal to a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c. That gives us c as 4. Okay, next, maximum height is 6 meters. Okay, this is the maximum height point, and this point is 2, 4 again. Okay, now again substituting, this will give you h of t is 4, a into 4 plus b into 2 plus c. That means you know that c is 4. That means 4a plus 2b plus 4 is equal to 4. That means 4a plus 2b is equal to 0. That implies b is equal to minus 2a. Okay, here we are given a point that maximum height is 6, but we don't know at which time t this maximum height will be attained. अब हम क्या find out करने हैं, the value of t at which this will be maximum. Okay, equation क्या है, ax square plus bx plus c. अब देखो, let's find f dash of x for this. क्या बन जाता है, 2ax plus b बन जाता है, और ये 0 को इक्वल है. अब देखो 2a plus x minus 2a, पता है हमको b इक्वल टू माइनस 2a, पहले ही पता है. That means x is equal to 1. Okay, so maximum height will be attained when x equal to 1. अब जाके ये इक्वेशन इस x equal to 1 में 1 को इस इक्वेशन ax square plus bx plus c सब्स्टिट्यूट करें तो इक्वल टू 6, राइट. a plus b plus c is equal to 6. Okay, we are asked to find a plus b plus c, that is 6. Okay, next question. Ankit is located at 3, 3. Okay, let this be the coordinate plane and this is the origin 0, 0. Ankit is at the position 3, 3. Okay, this is Ankit position. Next, Ajay describes the path that he had taken from home. Okay, अजय का होम कहाँ है, origin है. अब देखो अजित ने क्या किया, I walked 3 units towards east. He walked 3 units towards east and then 9 units towards north. 9 units towards north. And repeat the same pattern thrice. Again he walked towards east 3 units, again north for 9 units, again 3 units and again 9 units. अब देखो ये क्या बन जाता है, देखो this is 3, this is 6 and this is 9. ठीक है, और this is 9, this is 18 and this is 27. That this is the location of Ajay. 9, 27. This is location of Ajay. Okay, location of Ankit is 3, and location of Ajay is 9, 27. Okay, now let's look at the options. Ankit should follow 4y. Okay, we have to decide Ankit should follow this path or not. That means, how do we find that? Ankit should follow the line which connects 3, 3 and 9, 27. Right? Let me write it. Ankit should follow the path that connects 3, 3 and 9, 27. अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? द लाइन which passes through 3, 3 and 9, 27. Okay, the slope of the line will be, the points are 3, 3, 9, 27. अब देखो, the slope will be 27 minus 3 by 9 minus 3, that is 24 by 3. Sorry, it's 24 by 6, that is 4. If you know the slope point form, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. अब y1 क्या है? You can take any of these two. चलो, let's take 3. ये 4 है और x minus 3. y minus 3 equal to 4x minus 12. y equal to 4x minus 9. Okay? ये option सही है. Next, Ankit will have to walk a distance. Okay? That means we have to find out the distance between these 2 points. क्या बन जाता है? 27 minus 9 whole square plus, 27 minus 3 whole square plus 9 minus 3 whole square, that is 24 square plus 6 square. Let's take 6 square common. We'll get 1 plus 4 square, because 24 can be written as 4 into 6. So 24 square can be 4 square into 6 square. So that means 6 root 16 plus 1, that is 6 root 17. ये option सही है. Ajay has walked a distance 36 units from his home. Okay? The distance Ajay walked. Distance is first 3 units and then 9 units. He repeated this for 3 times. That means 12 into 3. That is 36. ये option भी सही है. Ajay has walked a distance 9 root 10. No, ये गलत है. ये distance नहीं है, ये displacement बन जाता है और ये distance है. Okay? So option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Next question को देखते हैं हम. Next question है. अब हम next question को देखते हैं. देखो, यहाँ given figure 2 shows a graph of a polynomial p of x. अब हम फाइंड आउट करने हैं इन चारों से किस ऑप्शन सही है. अब देखो पहले ऑप्शन को, द डिग्री ऑफ द p of x इज एटलीस्ट 10. अब इसको कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है? हमको एक पॉइंट पता है, नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स is n minus 1, where n is the degree. पता है ना? अब देखो नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स कितने. दिस इज़ 1, फर्स्ट टर्निंग पॉइंट, सेकेंड टर्निंग पॉइंट, थर्ड टर्निंग पॉइंट, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स्थ, सेवेंथ, एट्थ, नाइन्थ. पूरा 9 टर्निंग पॉइंट्स है. दैट मीन्स the degree must be at least 10. तो ये सही है. और दूसरी ऑप्शन देखो, the p of x represents the even degree polynomial. ये हमको कैसे पता चलता है? यहाँ पर देखो, ये ग्राफ दो एंड ये ग्राफ का एक एंड है और ये ग्राफ का दूसरा एंड है, ये दोनों अपवर्ड्स है. ओके, दे आर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. दैट मीन्स दिस इज एन इवन डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल. नंबर ऑफ टर्निंग पॉइंट्स आर 8. गलत है. वी गॉट 9 टर्निंग पॉइंट्स. मल्टीप्लिसिटी ऑफ 0 एंड द अदर नेगेटिव रूट्स कुड बी द सेम. यहाँ पर देखो, at 0 it's just touching, it's bouncing off. Just a minute. At 0 it is bouncing off. That means even multiplicity. And at the negative roots also, यहाँ पर देखो, it is bouncing off at x-axis. तो ये भी इवन है और ये ऑप्शन भी सही है. ओके, नेक्स्ट ये देखो, a bird is flying along a straight line. लाइन का इक्वेशन है 2y minus 6x equal to 6. After some time an aeroplane also follows the straight line path with a slope 2. यहाँ पर देखो, slope of the straight line is 2. m is equal to 2 and passes through a point 4 कम height. अब हमको पॉइंट पता है और स्लोप पता है. हम द लाइन इक्वेशन को कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं ना. y minus 8 is equal to 2 into x minus 4 बन जाता है. y minus 8 is equal to 2x minus 8, मतलब y is equal to 2x. ये लाइन इक्वेशन बर्ड का है और ये लाइन इक्वेशन एरोप्लेन का है. अब देखो क्या पूछ रहा है. लेट अल्फा बीटा बी द पॉइंट वेयर द बर्ड एंड एरोप्लेन कोलाइड. दैट मीन्स दे आर आस्किंग अस टू फाइंड द पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ बोथ लाइन्स. ठीक है, that means we have to solve this equation. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now let's solve these equations. 2y minus 6x is equal to 6. Y is equal to 2x. Now substitute this y in this equation. 2 into 2x minus 6x is equal to 6. That means minus 2x equal to 6. X is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 6 क्योंकि y is 2 into x. Okay, just a minute, sorry, I wrote wrong. Y is equal to 2 into minus 3, that is minus 6. That means alpha equal to minus 3, beta is minus 6. Okay, अब देखो क्वेश्चन में पूछा है अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा. अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा कितना है? -3 प्लस -6, दैट इज़ -9. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. यहाँ देखो, दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, सॉरी, ax² प्लस bx प्लस c, ये हमारी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है. अब हम क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑप्शंस आर ट्रू. देखो पहले ऑप्शन को, इफ़ b² माइनस 4ac इज़ ग्रेटर देन 0 एंड इट्स अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, द रूट्स आर रैशनल. ये सही है. इफ़ द b² माइनस 4ac इज़ ग्रेटर देन 0 एंड इट्स नॉट अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर, here it is given there exists a rational root. ये गलत है. The rules are real numbers, that I mean they are not rational numbers but they belong to real number set. देखो ऑप्शन सी, b² minus 4ac is less than 0. That means we can say that the roots are not real itself. Okay, they are not real itself, so they are not rational also. If b² minus 4ac is less than 0 and not a perfect square, then there exists a rational root. ये भी गलत है. See, if the discriminant. This is termed as discriminant. If this is less than 0, the roots are not real. Okay. And if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 and it is a perfect square, then there exists a rational root. If it is equal to 0, then we'll have two rational roots. The two roots will be rational. If it is greater than 0 and not a perfect square, then there exists a real solution, but it's not a rational one. Okay? That's all for today. We have discussed enough PYQs, and I think practicing these PYQs and the previous and other papers will also help you. Okay, thank you so much.